And starting off this podcast, we're going to be. There's been some development on Venom 2, the sequel to a movie I never saw, but I still want to see because I thought the trailers were pretty cool. And apparently, the director of Venom 2 has been announced, and out of three there were three choices like on the short list that were reportedly going around. One of them was, Rupert Wyatt, the director of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Travis Knight, the guy who directed Bumblebee and Kubo and the Two Strings, and the last one who eventually did get announced is Andy Serkis, the guy who played Gollum from Lord of the Rings and Caesar from Planet of the Apes. He's going to be directing Venom 2. So what are your thoughts on this, Raphael?
I mean, I'm glad that they're getting somebody else to direct Venom 2. I thought Venom 1 was a very not good movie. Um, I I can't say that I've seen anything directed by Andy Serkis. But I love his work as an actor, and I think that if he's able to sort of, I don't know, I feel like he's done a lot of really good movies, and he's probably learned a lot from experience with talented directors, and I think he's a good choice.
Yeah, I've only seen like Andy Serkis has technically by himself directed only two movies. One of them was Breathe, which was a drama starring Andrew Garfield, and the other one was Mowgli: Legend of the Jungle, which was that Jungle Book adaptation that came out last year on Netflix and had a limited theatrical release. And I know you haven't seen Mowgli, but I would recommend seeing it. Like for me, it's not as great as John Favreau's version, but I mean, even still, I thought it was a pretty solid. I thought it was a really solid film. The animals' faces looked really weird because, like, they tried. I'm guessing it was done to make the animals express more, but at the cost of that, it made the animals look kind of strange and it had a weird hybrid of human and animal faces. That looked bizarre. The CGI itself I thought, was very well incorporated in with the live action stuff, and I would suggest that. And considering how Andy Serkis can direct, like how he directed that movie, which was a lot more aggressive, I feel like he could do something really special with you know with Venom. And I don't know if you know this, Raphael. I didn't tell you this. Apparently, he also was the second unit director on the Hobbit movies.
Um, well, I wouldn't say that's necessarily a good thing. The Hobbit movies were pretty bad.
I haven't seen the third one. I thought the first two were pretty good, in my opinion. I mean, certainly not as
Um,
good. Certainly not as good as Lord of the Rings, but I mean, I thought they were.
I I thought they were a cash grab, and I mean, really, they were a cash grab. I mean, Peter Jackson,
I mean, to be fair,
he,
every film is a cash grab.
not necessarily. If you make like Lord of the Rings wasn't a cash grab in its
Oh,
entirety. It just
oh,
depends on the percentage of the film that is a cash grab. If it's a passion project
I
with
mean,
people that respect the source material and care about it, then it's fine that they're making a little money while releasing this movie. But The
I mean, like,
Hobbit takes that to the extreme. He turned one book into three movies, and then he also admitted to adding in a very terrible love dynamic between an elf and a hobbit to appeal to teenage girls, and that's just for me not the way you make a movie, especially not if you're doing it in the Lord of the Rings universe, where you have a lot of really dedicated fans that care and respect the established lore. But that's just me.
I mean, look, I'm just like the Lord of the Rings movie. The Lord of the Rings movies, I absolutely think like they were intended. Like no movie, no, especially no big movie, is ever made to not make their money back. Like I feel like it's not an either or thing. It is, both and. Like a movie can be a cash grab and be a passion project. And I feel like even
I
The
mean, that's
Hobbit
exactly what I thought.
probably. I feel like even The Hobbit was probably a passion project. It just, for a lot of people, it didn't work out. Uh, which I mean, but regardless, I feel like, but back to Andy Serkis. I feel like Andy Serkis is going to really deliver something really fresh to Venom 2. especially since he is very skilled in motion capture, and he could probably, you know, do really well with the not just the effects work, but also just the dynamic of Venom himself. Again, this is coming from someone who has never seen the first Venom, so what do I know? But I do think this is a pretty solid choice, and I really would suggest, Raphael, that you do see Mowgli. It is a really solid film.
Yeah, I mean, if it's on Netflix, I'll check it out.
Yeah. So there's that. Andy Serkis is directing Venom 2. I'm really interested to see where he goes with this. So there's that.